Okay, so I'm going to be posting a number of workouts coming up to get everybody ready for this Hudson River swim. Should be a lot of fun. So take what you want of it and forget the rest, but recommendations on what we can do to prepare ourselves. So anyway, I just came off a taper in a race at Nationals, so kind of not starting over, but building back up with some yardage. So anybody who's starting now, I wouldn't worry about intensity at first. We really want to worry about just getting some yardage in. So depending on if you're swimming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, I'd certainly recommend at least twice a week. If you're going to be doing the Hudson River swim and less than twice a week, it's going to be painful for you. So it's good to sweat ahead of time. So recommending at least twice a week, but 3, 4, 5 even better. And also depending on how much time you have to get in. So I'm recommending at least an hour each time. I'm going to be posting the workouts I'm doing, so I'm starting over training. And what I'd recommend is just adjusting what I'm doing to fit your needs. I won't be using fins, so a lot of the sets that I'm doing, please incorporate fin use. I don't think you should be swimming everything you do with fins, but absolutely if you're going to be using fins in the race, use the fins a lot in your training because you want to get your legs worked up and in shape to be able to drive them the whole way. So yesterday, about 4,000 yards total. Did a set of a 500 on the 640, so the 500 was 120 pace per 100 yards. And I'll be starting to swim long course meters a little bit later, but right now I've just got access to a short little 25-yard pool. But we can still get a lot of work in there. So 500 on the 640, and then 5 100s on the 125, just a slight descend. Then a 400 on the 120 base, which is 520, and then 4 100s on the 120, 300 on the 4 minutes, and then 3 100s on the 115, 200 on the 240, then 2 100s on the 110, and then 100 on the 120 and 100 all out. So didn't really work it too hard. Slight descends on the hundreds down to like 102, 103s. The last 100 was like 57 high, 58. So I wanted to just get back in after shaving and tapering. Get the yardage back up. My last week of yardage before racing was probably 10,000 yards. Not a lot for me, but look, when I wasn't training a lot, 10,000 yards in a week was just fine. So I'd recommend, if you're not a swimmer, you really do need to build up to at least 10 or 12,000 yards in a week to feel fit enough to do the swim where you're not struggling on it. And if you can go more, fine. If you can only go less and only have time to do less, then you're definitely going to have to up your intensity in some of that yardage. So if you're only getting in twice a week and only going 5,000 or 6,000 yards for the week, you're going to have to do some intense stuff. So recommend upping the yardage, and I will be sharing different workouts as we go. Today is a Tuesday for me. Usually on Tuesdays, I will do a lot of butterfly backstroke, breaststroke, combat side stroke, freestyle, do some kicking. I like to mix it up. If we're always doing freestyle, that's okay, but we want to balance out the muscle groups that we're training. Backstroke's a good one to know how to do for open water swimming. Your shoulders get tight, you can go to your back. Also, if you're getting winded with using the fins too much, backstroke's a great thing to do. You can get as much air as you want, and it's a lot of fun to be swimming. Breaststroke's another one we want to be able to learn how to do because that's the look-see stroke. You can learn to peak on freestyle. I've got a couple videos that show how to do that. But if you don't want to peak, doing freestyle breaststroke kind of stretches the legs out. So today I did 12 200s alternating a 200 IM, fly back breast free or fly back combat side stroke free, and then a 200 backstroke and then 200 freestyle. 4 times through. Got a little kicking in, underwater kicking, underwater swimming, just loosening up. Tomorrow will be an intense speed day. Not as much yardage, but getting in some intensity. So anyway, first video post to try to help the group out. If you need to contact me, my email is jeff@streamlined with the D performance.com. Jeff at streamlinedperformance.com. Happy to help in your training questions if you need it. Thanks.